An approval meant that they didn't have, that Melton didn't have to go in front of the council again, because as long as, once they eventually do get all of their ducks in the row, that they're still set for the demolition.
Well, and that may be the case then, unless something else comes up where you see something that where the commission need to step in. And by me being new, I'm still new to the process, and it's a learning experience. But I'm glad the citizens are coming out, and as well as me, talking to the veteran commissioners and the mayor. I definitely, support the commission and the mayor because we're a team. I'm not in this alone, so but you just have to, make your decisions based on your gut feeling and what's in the best interest of the community.
I got to tell you, if you don't mind my interjecting here, you really got my respect here tonight, because I know how difficult it is. Yeah, I know how difficult it is to go against the grain, because there was no doubt that the crowd was going a certain direction with this thing, and you had to, whatever it took to decide for yourself on how to stand it. I know that isn't easy, especially when you're new on a team, like you say.
Right.
Right. You got my respect.
Well, thank you. And like I said, when I was on my campaign, I want to do what's in the best interest of the community. And I definitely promote the inclusion of everyone. And if you have a voice, if you have a concern, an issue, just because you're not in a ward that I serve in or in this area, still I want to hear what your take is on things, because we have to do this together. Work as a community.
Yeah, and I should also say too, before I let it go here, that we're learning as well. We're new to this, and we're amateurs, and a lot of us, like myself, for instance, have just almost deliberately just stayed away from anything political, just because we're so frustrated. Our powerlessness in the past.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, here we are trying to learn and trying to catch up. We appreciate you making time to answer our questions.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Sir.
We were also concerned about why they seemed to be rushing this through. But we did find something about one of their past jobs. This is November 2010 in Springfield, Ohio. If you want to watch this.
Have you seen this yet?
No, I haven't seen it.
They were doing a smokestack and it fell the wrong way.
And this is by the same company?
Same company, yes.
Okay.
They bring their kids in. Got their kids with them there.
And the point really isn't that they had an accident, but that they claim that they haven't had an accident. Something like this is so unforgettable.
These wires came down. One of these wires ripped one of the kids' hard hats right off her head.
Was it a live wire at the time?
Yeah, they were live wires. It cut off power to 3,000 customers.
Wow. It isn't that there was an accident, it's just that he claimed that there were zero accidents out.
And these are things you have to consider. From where they were going to do the demolition at that time, you probably wouldn't have to worry about something like that, but there's always what if.
Sure, but the claim is always that they have zero accidents ever and this thing's perfectly safe. And when somebody is, stating something that's obviously and provably so false, then we question. It seems to us that we have a lot of reliance on Belgium providing documentation and providing the okay that everything is, that they have the ducks in order. And anyway, when just one thing is proven so blatantly untrue, that we trust them at all for anything. It seems
their website says that they had no accidents.
Zero.
Wow. Well, there's proof right there on the video, so, footage right there tells the truth, so.
Did we ask about
They took down the police building already.
They had already done it.
Meeting, they had taken down the police building.
Maybe didn't use explosives. It's hard for us to tell.
I'm familiar with that area, but the certain
well, the police building was part of the commission's decision that was written in, the police building and the and they took down the police building within 2 hours of the meeting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that's what it is, but from that result.
Yeah, the EPA and the Environmental Protection Agency
They came down.
Yeah, they came down.
There's the bleach building, everybody, and Sappy Paper Mills. Freaking awesome. It's like 14 out. Yeah, there you go, there's Pedro.
When they were supposed to okay this, they had already
Yeah,
done it.
baby.
And there were already explosives in place too.
Yeah, and you know, there's just some things that the commission is aware of, and I wasn't aware of that, so I really can't comment on that. You know, I mean, as being part of the city, Muskegon, the commissioners, you know, I work with a good group of guys and a young lady, well, a lady by the name of Sue, and their experience, they know the community. I have a lot of respect, you know, for my commissioners and the mayor. So I know we're going to work hard to do everything possible that will be in the best interest of the community. I have no doubt about that. Every now and then, you know, one may vote against the grain. It's nothing personal. I just think that it's what your gut feeling is telling you about, you know, you want to do what's right.
We met with Mr. Spataro yesterday. He was letting us know that there was actually weeks or months deliberation before the social, you know, it was news to us, but pretty much this had been deliberated for some time. The documents had been discussed, for instance, the insurance, the bonding that was in place, and stuff like that. None of that made sense. But we were wondering if, you know, these things had come up, like, say, for instance, like any of the particulars, like, for instance, the insurance or bonding, or the documentation regarding contaminants, or any of that stuff would come up that you recall during these discussions.
Well, Commissioner Spataro, he's been a commissioner for what, 12 years now, 13, so he has a better insight and definitely much more experience. So he would definitely be the one to talk to on that. I could be brought up to speed, you know, on certain issues about this SAPI project, because there's a lot that I don't know about it. So,
yeah, and the reason we're doing this sort of thing right now is we've noticed and we believe that the one guarantor that democracy's had has been the free press. And more that's been co-opted by the corporations, and so we see a void there that needs to be filled. And so we're devoting ourselves to just investigating and reporting on actual events. And we're overwhelmed, but still, like I say, we're dedicated. Now the SAPI thing we're going to be looking into because we started, and we don't want to just drop and walk away. And so we're going to be contacting like the fire marshal, and we're going to be contacting other different agencies looking for documents, actual documents and stuff like that to verify, you know, exactly what the facility status is and that sort of thing. And so that's what we're going to be doing next. And I think we'll be contacting the city planner and different things too, just to let you know where we're going next with the facility.
And it's not even so much that, and I can only speak for myself in the matter that, I mean, it is an eyesore, and I would like to take it down because there's a long stretch of water there that would be gorgeous to look at, you know. But I just want to make sure that every aspect is taken in consideration to have it taken down safely and environmentally.
And that was my plan. You know,
very good.
That's my whole outlook on it. You know, even if it takes a little bit more time and the extra manpower to do it safely, it's in the best interest of the community.
Yeah, Roland's pointing.
Just wondering, anything we said today might have left you with questions.
Well, I just appreciate you guys being involved, and I can see that you have a hunger for, what's going on in the community. You want to enlighten, the citizens, to what's going on, and definitely, hold others accountable for the decisions that they make. And if we can work together, like you said, if there's a need, hopefully, the commission or myself or whoever, I'd be more happy to just, come out and speak with you or, anything that I can, because it's for the best interest of the community.